The Honourable Member for Launceston.
Thank you, Mr President. Mr President, today I pay tribute to Joan Margaret Green OAM, who recently passed away at the age of 98 years. Joan was a foundation member of the National Trust of Australia branch in Tasmania in 1960, along with her husband Dick Greene and Mrs Biddy Craig. This organisation, as we know, has grown to look after many properties and places across the state and is now run by a dedicated team of employees and volunteers. Franklin House and Clarendon House in northern Tasmania are two wonderful examples of what Joan was able to achieve through her time working with the National Trust and nurturing the interest and enthusiasm of volunteers dedicated to the cause of heritage preservation. Joan was born in Launceston and was educated at the Methodist Ladies' College, now Scotch Oakburn, where she excelled in her studies and played various team sports. Joan was particularly fond of and proficient at golf and won 11 championship titles in 1949 and captained the women's golf team in the Australian Women's Golf Championships held in Brisbane in 1951. Joan's love and interest in golf was fostered by her parents, Walter and Dorothy Manson, with whom she started playing golf at 11 years of age. Joan and Richard Greene, better known as Dick, were married in 1951, had 6 children, raising them at their home in York Street, Launceston, where Joan lived until she was 97 years old. For over 50 years, Joan was an active member and volunteer for the National Trust, so members will not be surprised to hear that she was awarded the Order of Australia Medal in 2014 for her service to the community, particularly through the heritage and conservation of historic properties. In that same year, Joan was presented with the Launceston City Council Citizen of the Year Award. Joan's accomplishments and legacies go beyond her National Trust, however. The Deacon Joan Greene Family Award for Tasmanian History was established in 2016 to commemorate their contribution to Tasmanian culture and history. The award recognises high-quality, published work that makes a significant contribution to an understanding of Tasmania's past and seeks to celebrate and promote books on Tasmanian history and cultural heritage, including biographies and historical fiction. Moreover, even after Dick's passing in 1986, Joan continued to work with and contribute to a number of organisations that support our communities. The Tasmanian branch of the Australiana Fund, an independent fundraising body to acquire a national collection of historic artworks, also benefited from Joan's time, expertise and dedication over the past decades. The Tasmanian Symphony Orchestra and the Committee of the Order of Australia Association Northern Region were also organisations about which Joan was passionate and worked with for a number of years. In an article in the Examiner newspaper on Wednesday 30th of March, Joan's daughter Caroline Johnston described her mother as loyal to her values and to the people around her, saying, "Dad was a local councillor and mayor of Launceston in the late 60s, early 70s. And Mum was a committed mayoress, fully supportive of him and very proud of the way she supported her husband in those endeavours." Mr President, I think we can all agree with that sentiment. Joan Greene was not just a dedicated mother and wife, but was also strongly connected with her community and gave much of herself, her time and her wisdom, to preserving and promoting it. Joan leaves behind a wonderful legacy of which she could be extremely proud. Simply by virtue of her work with the National Trust, we've all gained something: the protection of our history and culture. Joan Margaret Green OAM.
The Honourable Member for McIntyre.